Hello, Buffalo. Brian Hayden here with Visit Buffalo Niagara and another episode of Buffalo Live. We're in the peak of summer now in Buffalo in late July. It's a perfect 85-degree day, and we know that former residents are coming back home this time of year to see friends and family. They've got a short list of the iconic Buffalo foods that they have to get while they're home. They've got to get some wings, they've got to get a Ted's hot dog, and they have to stop here on Sheridan Drive at Anderson's Frozen Custard, a mainstay in Buffalo since 1946. Anderson's was actually the first spot serving custard in Buffalo right after World War II, and they opened this spot on Sheridan Drive shortly thereafter. So we're going to go inside and talk to owner Holly Anderson about what makes this spot here on Sheridan Drive so special. Holly, how are you? Good. Thank you.
Very much to Anderson's.
Thank you for having us here today. So tell me a little bit more. I mean, this has been here. Anderson's has been doing its thing for more than 70 years. Tell me a little bit more about the history of Anderson's.
My parents started in the Bronx, New York, and they just had frozen custard and soft serve machines. Very few, 3. So if you look in the back and all the machines we have, they started with 3. They sold 3 regulars, medium-sized cone for a that was a nickel. Just amazingly price difference, but that's what they started. Then they came back to their families in Buffalo.
So you could get a lot of cones for $1 back then.
Yes, like a lot. They fed the whole neighborhood. In 1946. Then they came back. They had one store on Kenmore Avenue. They only were there for 3 years. And then they built this building, not this exact building, the primary part of the building in the late 50s, and they opened up here. That's where they just had frozen custard and lemon ice. That's all it was.
When did roast beef enter the equation here?
In the late 60s, we added the roast beef. Dad said, can't do hamburgers and hot dogs because of the competition was so good with Ted's, and so he started roast beef on Wick, and that roll and the roast beef, every first-time visitor has got to have a frozen custard and a roast beef. Now we did enter the handmade ice cream that we make every single flavor here. And we started that in the later 80s, beginning of 90, and then we make our own. So there's an assortment of many, many flavors of the handmade ice cream.
So sponge candy ice cream, that's one of the kinds you can get?
Yes. We actually partnered with Watson's to make several ice creams for them to serve. And that's when I said, okay, if we're making theirs, can we just sell it here as well as here as they do at Watson's? And so we do wholesale. We do make certain flavors especially for other places that we aren't allowed to serve. But we did get the rights to serve Watson's sponge candy. And it's a favorite.
Cool. And what do you think are some of the sort of hidden gem menu items that someone might not try in the first time, but they've got to try the next time they're there?
We try to help everyone by having a sweet treat of the month, which this month is a s'more sundae. We give suggestions with that. Next month it's going to be a grilled peach sundae with pecans. So we actually add a little bit of a variety by doing that. The other hidden gem, you know what, I go back to the basics. Hot fudge sundae, peanuts, and whipped cream. And our whipped cream is real, handmade for that, and it's just delicious.
What do you think, why has Anderson's been so successful for 70-plus years? What do you think is some of the staying power, and why has it become one of these sort of iconic flavors of Buffalo?
Well, thank you for that. We appreciate that vote of confidence as we continue on. We have a lot of good competition, that's for sure, and good business owners, and we hope everyone is successful. So the values that my parents started was, number one, quality food. Its custard is still iconic because our recipe is only by us, made especially for us, is so delicious. If you can't have people come back if your product isn't good. And our roast beef is all natural, no antibiotics to it, and so it's healthy. So I think the quality of the food makes a difference. And second thing, just hardworking. Try to keep it clean after hundreds of people walk through. and then our guest service. We do prioritize it. It's an everyday priority and an everyday challenge.
Indeed. Well, all this talk of custard has got me hungry.
Yes.
I think
Let's go back. I invite you back. Let's go make a cone.
we get to go back and see where the custard's made, Buffalo. Come on, let's take a look and see. You can see they're actually dipping some cones here with chocolate and sprinkles, and Monday apparently is dipping day here at Anderson's. But
Many days can be doing this. They're very popular and they're very delicious.
And now we're going to get just a soft serve cone here momentarily. Custard. I mean, what do you think? So I see there's a number of different flavors there down the row.
Yes.
Tell me more. I see lemons and cream. What's that about?
Lemons cream is a special custard. We run it for 3 days at a time. There's a custard calendar on our website that gives those special changing flavors of custard on a monthly basis, so you know if your favorite black raspberry or pistachio, butter rum, cinnamon, any one of your favorite flavors can be purchased. Then they'll tell you the store that it's made at.
Oh, that's looking good. They're creating one right now. Is there any special way to create a twist cone as opposed to like a chocolate or vanilla cone?
There's different handles on the machine, and one for each flavor. Could I have another one, please? There's one for vanilla, one for chocolate, and in the middle, whatever 2 flavors you're running in that machine will come out twist. So one of them is the lemons and cream and vanilla. And then today is also the chocolate vanilla. We always have chocolate vanilla. Definitely the favorite.
Ooh, here it comes now. Well, this looks delicious. We better not let many moments go by here. It's a warm day.
We need to take a taste.
Indeed. Well, Holly, thanks for joining us here today. Cheers.
Thank you very much.
Great to see you. Thanks for joining us, Buffalo. From Visit Buffalo Niagara and Buffalo Live at Anderson's Frozen Custard on Sheridan Drive in Tonawanda, I'm Brian Hayden. We'll see you next time.